Hey guys, Patty's movie reviews back again. It's been a long time since I've done a review, but I have plenty coming up. Tonight I'm gonna be reviewing a new movie that it might be still be in theaters. I saw it last week though. It's called High Life with Robert Pattinson. I don't know any other actors in this movie. One of the supporting role, one of the girls on the spacecraft is the girl from Suspiria, the pale one. I don't know her name or anything, but she's in it. She's also the mother of Robert Pattinson's child. Okay, so yeah, haven't really heard a lot about this director. Her name's Claire Denis. She won a Golden Lion. I think that's the Oscar for French people. So I guess she's pretty good. I've never heard any of her movies, but Robert Pattinson's been on a roll lately. Figured I'd watch this one and see what's going on with this because last year, Good Time, maybe one of the best movies of the year. I loved it. But yeah, Robert Pattinson's on a roll. Figured give this a try. Basically, the movie opens. Robert Pattinson's on a spaceship alone with a baby. And like, yeah, it's just him day to day life on a spaceship alone with a baby. And like, he's like singing to her and stuff. And like, you're like, how'd he get this baby? Why'd they put a baby on a space mission? Would be very annoying and not useful for a space mission. So the movie goes on. He's all alone. Very, very artsy movie. A lot of no dialogue, like him just being alone to give you that feeling of being isolated in a spacecraft with a baby. It's really annoying. Then it starts going into flashbacks of how this all happened. This is where it gets interesting. What happens is they show like the crew that was on the mission with Robert Pattinson, but they don't say what happened yet. This slow reveal. So they show the crew, and they slowly reveal like the experiments and stuff they're doing, and their actual mission. But the experiments they're doing on this spacecraft is very awesome and very funny. I think you guys will love it, knowing my audience. So they are their space mission. Let's start there. Their space mission is going into getting as close to a black hole in space as you can. What is that? Getting as close to a black hole in space as you can without being ripped apart in a spaceway. Like, it's pretty cool. They did somebody got fucking destroyed getting too close to the black hole. It was really funny. It was, I don't know, the effects were pretty cheese, but like it worked. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. They're on this mission, but then you find out like what the head, not the headmaster, but like the leader of the spaceship thing is this weird woman. You've seen her and stuff. She's a French actress. I don't know her name either. You could look it up if you're that interested. But she's like a diabolical sperm collector. Literally. She wants to see if she can impregnate the women on the spacecraft who she brought along with the sperm of the men on the spacecraft that she's brought along. Robert Pattinson's actually good at his job, so he refuses to donate sperm. He's like, that's mine. You can't get that. And she like keeps trying to seduce him and like hinting like, oh, you're not a team player. You know, you're keeping it all for yourself. What's your problem? It's a pretty good storyline. Also, there's a really weird scene where this woman, like the lady, she goes into this space room. It's like a special masturbation room. And she goes in there, and it's like this space excuse my language, a space fuck machine. Yeah, she gets on this apparatus and has sex with a machine. And I guess she makes the guys that are complying with her wishes to do this too, to, collect the sperm that she's going to be using to test on the women in this spaceship. Yes, it's all true. Basically, and then there was a scene. See, this is the most interesting. This black hole stuff is not. I mean, it's you've seen it before, but like the interesting part, like her, I don't know, the interactions between the crew is the most interesting. At one point, she rapes Robert Pattinson while he's sleeping, and oh god, I didn't realize how graphic and weird this movie was until I'm telling you about it now. She rapes Robert Pattinson because she knocks him out with a Xanny, or space Xanny or whatever, puts it in his drink, and takes advantage of him and rides him while he's unconscious, and finally collects his specimen, which she takes his specimen and injects it into the girl from Suspiria, and then it reveals that's how Robert Pattinson had a kid. So he's stuck on the spaceship. Other stuff happens. There's no monster or anything in this movie. I thought that was kind of frustrating. I wish there was like a monster, but eventually, like, some of the crew starts dying, and they have to like go to another spaceship. Then it flashes back, and it's like years later, and Robert Pattinson has some, he's an older, this is like 10, 15 years later, so he's a little bit older, and his daughter's grown up. She's very smart, and she's always asking about her mother. She's like, am I like my mother? He's like, hell no, your mom was crazy as hell. But they find another spacecraft that was doing the same expedition, and they go to the spacecraft, and there's a bunch of dogs on it, like some rabid space dogs. Robert Pattinson almost gets bit by them, and then daughter's like, come on, let's get one of those dogs. And Robert Pattinson's like, no, can't do it. Yeah, that's about it. Interesting. I like Robert Pattinson in it. He was really good. A lot of non-verbal acting that was very good. The movie isn't... actually, in the movie theater we went to, there was probably 3 or 4 couples, and 2 of them left probably halfway through the movie because they were like, what is this nonsense? One of the couples left right after the sex machine thing. They thought it was really offensive. I thought it was pretty awesome. It's not very hard to rate. It's not gonna get there. I'm actually gonna end up giving High Life, out of 5 stars, High Life is getting 2 stars. Yeah. I wasn't gonna go higher than that. I was thinking about it. 2 stars. There's just semi-entertaining stuff. There's a lot of, it's slow moving, and the plot is not clear. I was talking about this with somebody, how it's a trend now to make these stories real loose and more about the feel of the movie, and not have a set plot and like a antagonist for the story. I mean, the woman who collected all the semen was probably something like that, but 2 stars. Yeah, that's about it for High Life. All right, guys. It's been a while. Great to be posting again. I'm actually I'm thinking about doing a review on a series that's almost done. I've been following. It's called The Act, about that mother and daughter, the Munchausen. You guys know what I'm talking about. Gypsy Rose. I'm thinking about doing something about Gypsy Rose, because everyone likes that show, I think. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing that, wrapping that up. It's been good so far. There's a really funny Asperger's boyfriend who's like totally mental in the show, and it's really funny. And Patricia Arquette is really funny as Gypsy Rose's mom. Gypsy Rose is good too. So yeah, we'll get that going. I think the 1 or 2 episodes left. One of them is airing tonight, but all right, guys. Hope everything's been going good with everybody. Hope you're having a great time, getting ready for summer. And yeah, I'll try to make these posts more frequent. Just haven't seen a lot of movies lately, at least worthwhile talking about. Not that this was. All right, guys. Great, great posting, and I'll see you next time. I guess I don't know. I forgot how to finish videos. All right, guys. See ya.